Shalom, shalom, shalom. My name is Pastor Victor Chidi Williams. This video I decided to do in relation to the upcoming Nigerian elections, and this is of utmost importance to me because Nigeria is my country. In addition to the one or two other countries that I owe allegiance to, but Nigeria is my first country, and I deem it right to make this video to lend my voice to the thousands of many other voices that are speaking in relation to the upcoming election. Now, the questions I've been constantly asked in the past few weeks are, man of God, what are your predictions about the upcoming elections in Nigeria? And what are you supporting to win the presidential elections? Well, first of all, I am not in the habit of making such predictions, especially when God has not spoken to me about it. And if He does, and He has not commanded me to say anything, I will keep such information to myself. Because the truth of the matter is that some of the guys who make such predictions are not necessarily speaking because God asked them to speak. They are doing that for personal reasons and self-aggrandizement reasons, if I may use that term. So now regarding to who I support or what my predictions are, I can tell you this: it's a very difficult position. It's a very difficult position to be in because as a senior pastor of a church whose membership is made up of people from different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different tribes in Nigeria, people of different political affiliations, views, convictions, opinions, and interests. I am not, supposed to be partisan. I cannot be partisan. I cannot support one candidate above the other. I'm supposed to be neutral on political issues, but what I can do and what I will do and what I have always done is to be on the side of the masses. The average Nigerian who has forever been a victim of bad leadership, wrong choice of leaders under poverty-induced duress, and of course victims of corruption, insecurity, intimidation, and deprivations. They are the ones that I support. I support them to go out en masse on Saturday and exercise your right to choose a leader. And I will pray for them not to choose a leader based on sentiments or ethnicity or religion or age or even social class, but a leader who has the interests of the people at heart. A leader who is not biased in his dealings, a leader who can allow himself to be held accountable for whatever transpires under his leadership, a leader who will fully be in charge of the leadership of the nation and not one who is controlled by a few men, a leader who will be true to himself and deal honestly with the led. I shall pray for the masses as well as plead with them to go about this election in the most peaceful manner as possible, knowing that no candidate is worth dying for, and nobody gets a state burial or national honor for dying because of an election. And if you did die because of an election, or if you do die because of an election, you will be forgotten so quickly. If you doubt me, you can ask the families of those who died in the last elections. I therefore urge you to conduct yourself wisely. Please, do not allow yourself to be the sacrificial lamb by whose offerings a political office is gained. Do not sell your vote for any amount. It has their consequences. As you go to vote, remember that you will have to live with the choices that you make for the next 4 years. Except, of course, if God decides otherwise. I also urge you to be very peaceful about your disagreements, either within your party or with other parties. I also want to use this medium to urge the operatives from different security agencies in Nigeria to please conduct themselves humanely and value the lives of Nigerians around this very tension-filled period. Yes, there might be provocations by certain elements around this period, provocations and probably breakdown of law and order that hitherto have led to overzealous officers discharging their weapons indiscriminately, leading to loss of lives. But I plead with the security agencies to operate within internationally accepted rules of engagement in such crisis situation. Please consider how valuable a life is before you draw your weapons. And if you must shoot for any reason, please consider the option of using tear gas, water cannons, or rubber bullets to disperse or disarm restive crowds or aggressive crowds, and not live rounds. Please don't use live rounds to kill. You were trained how to best manage a situation, how to best manage a crisis situation without having to shoot or kill anybody. So I urge you, officers, please apply those trainings and preserve the precious lives of the average Nigerian. Remember, no officer of any security agency has ever been given an internationally recognized badge of honor or medal of honor for killing an unarmed civilian because of provocations. Always remember that what you carry in your hands can only take a life, but it can never give or bring back life. And to all candidates vying for one political office or the other, I urge you to imbibe the resolve and the attitude of the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. In your pursuit of political positions, remember this, remember what he said. He said, "My political ambitions and pursuit is not worth the blood of any Nigerian." And this, I tell you, my friends, this is one of the greatest statements ever made in political history. And he did not only say it, he meant it and demonstrated it by peacefully accepting defeat, even as an incumbent, a feat that has never been achieved by any known political figure in Africa. And by so doing, he has set the bar very, very high for those seeking for political positions in this political semester. I therefore urge you to accept whatever the outcome of this political process might be. Speak to your supporters to do the same. And if any result must be contested, please let it be done within the confines of the law of the land regarding such outcomes. And by so doing, we demonstrate true leadership and respect for the rule of law. And to my fellow clerics of the Christian faith and other faith, especially the Islamic faith, which is the second popular religion in Nigeria. I want to speak also to traditional rulers, leaders of various social organizations, and all whose voice commands attention in Nigeria. Please and please, I beg of you, let us be mindful of our statements, and not just statements, our body languages too, during and after these elections And because we know that certain statements that we make can incite citizens to act in manners that might not be acceptable by the law, as well as putting their lives and the lives of other citizens in danger. We must always sue for peace, no matter the situation. We must always sue for peace. Because, listen, we've seen nations that have plunged into deep crisis as a result of elections. They are there for us to see. So let's not tour that path, and let's not encourage anybody to tour that path. I want to thank you so much for taking your time to watch this and listen to and read my deep concerns and plea to all Nigerians in this period of election. I pray that the Lord God of my father, Archbishop C. Williams, my God, and the God of every peace loving Nigerian, will bless and protect you all as you heed my advice and plea. I pray for Nigeria. I pray that God will preserve that nation. I pray that God will protect that nation. I pray that God will bless Nigeria. I pray that God will bless all the citizens of Nigeria. And I pray that after this political exercise, that a leader will emerge that will lead Nigeria to its promised land. God bless Nigeria. God bless all the contestants. I wish all of you good luck. God bless the citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.